Pleasant morning, my dear students. Welcome to the online class, grade 8th, history, lesson number 5, Greek, Roman, and American civilizations. Today, in this chapter, we are going to learn about Greek, Roman, and American civilizations. So, mainly, we learn about Greek civilization and their contributions, Roman civilizations and contributions, and also we are going to learn about the ancient Columbian civilization of America, Maya, Aztecs, and Inca civilizations. So now let us understand about Greek civilizations. Greek civilization is one of the ancient civilization, and Greece is a peninsula. It means it is surrounded by three sides of water, and we could see Mediterranean Sea. It is peninsula in Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so and Aegean Sea separates Greece from Asia Minor. So what we can understand here? So Greece is a peninsula in Mediterranean Sea, and Aegean Sea separates Greece from Asia. It means Asian continent and Greece is separated from Aegean Sea. So, and of course, we can see that Balkan mountain which passes through the middle of the Greece. So, there we could see some hills, okay, and valleys. So, since Balkan mountain range passes through this middle Greece, so we could see some hills and valleys which separates Greece or which divides Greece. Now, since all the parts are all the parts of Greece are connected by sea, and we can also see most of the part of Greece is connected by sea. That's why navigation is possible, and of course they have strengthened their navy. And Greek belongs to Indo-European race or Indo-European race. It means it is mixed race of Indo and Indians and Europeans. And the ancient Greek was called as Hellenes. So because of their forefather, so they called Hellen. This name had come. And later on this Italians called Hellenes. So there were many tribal groups, lived there. So their tribe communities are called different name. They are called Ionian and Dorius. These are the ancient Greeks. So that is about the introduction of Greeks. Now if you understand about the city states, so the two important city states were Athens and Sparta. And how city states grew? Actually you know that so Greece was surrounded by several villages, and every village had king, and later on it became city and towns and state. Those states were called polis in Greek language. So then later on city into state, village into city, city into state. So like that, so the civilizations, growth we could see in this among the Greek. And also we can understand about some of the important sports which was introduced by them, Olympic Games, and also they were the worshippers of many gods and goddesses. And now let us understand about the important states Athens and Sparta. In Greece. And Athens is the capital of Attica state. So the capital of Athens was Attica. Capital of Attica state. Athens is the capital. Attica state. Attica was one of the state. So Athens became the capital of this state. Now it had a monarchical form of government. It means it had a monarchical form of government means where the king used to rule. There was no democracy. Where the rich were electing an administrator name. Here we can see that. So there was a monarchical form of government where the king's rule was there, and The rich were electing an administrator. Only rich were electing the administrators names. Named. They are called archons. It means there was administrator group. They were called archons. Okay, and a person named Darso enforced laws in Athens. And later on, what happened? It was modified, made by human friendly by Solomon. It means that was inhuman rules were modified later on. In the beginning, inhuman rules and laws were there. So then later on, so they demanded for the democracy. Okay, so that we can see removing. Later on, what happened? Dictators joined hands and played significant role dictators and restoring back democracy. Dictatorship cancelled and democracy, the people demanded for the democracy. And here we could see some of the important poets and philosophers also who were existed in Athens. And of course the knowledge was flourished. Athens was called the school of Helens. It was one of the important city. It is called the school of Helens. And also some of the great philosophers who were existed here: Pericles, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. And Sparta. If we understand about Sparta, Sparta is the state of Darian tribe. Okay, and it was one of the military state, and where the 7 years boys who left their family and used to train in the military, and they used to leave their family and they used to train for 12 years, and later on these boys used to join for the military. They were recruited for military. Okay, after 12 years of training. So of course this state grew very strong. And Athens and Sparta, of course, had successfully encountered the invasion of a Persian king Darius. And what happened later on? So Athens and Sparta, they were the two important cities who used to fight together in order to face their enemies. But what happened on certain time, where Athens started to organize federation city states. Okay, that is called the Confederacy of Delos. Confederacy of Delos. So that's why what happened, that took shape of an empire. It means they wanted to fulfill their all the ambitions, and that's why Spartans started to hate these Athenians. And later on, what happened? So the enmity grew between Athens and Sparta. As a result, there was a separation, and they fought each other, and finally Athens lost to Sparta and became a feudatory state of Sparta. Okay, so that is about the important states. Now Sparta and Athens. And if we understand about religion, they were the worshippers of Zeus, gods and goddesses. Now we can see that there is a saying that the Greek gods, like human beings, and had desires and aspirations. They believed that the Greeks gods, like human beings, they also have some desires. So Greeks believed that these gods resided in the Olympus mountain. So they live in the mountain, and Zeus is the most important god, and Hera was his wife. Apart from them, Greeks also worshipped Apollo and Aphrodite. So like that, different god and goddesses were worshipped. And if we understand about education and literature, so the great philosophers and teachers who were existed in Greece. So already I told you about Plato, Socrates. Socrates was the teacher of Plato, and Plato was the teacher of Aristotle. And the illustrious student of Aristotle was Alexander the Great, who is from Persia, Macedonia. He was a king of Macedonia. And here Plato had founded one of the important academy, educational institution he has named as academy. Aristotle also founded another one of the institution. So like that, so there were some great orators and some were great poets. Homer, the poet, wrote two great epics. They are Iliad and Odyssey. So which describes about about the king's victory. Iliad narrates about the victory of Greeks, Greek city, Troy city, and the Odyssey narrates the journey and adventurous battle of Troy. So that was written by Iliad and Odyssey were written by Homer. And Herodotus, of course, Herodotus is called the father of history, and Sophocles and Euripides are the important playwrights, and Sophocles was the most renowned playwright, okay, who wrote the plays Oedipus, the King, and Antigone. So this is very important to remember. And if you understand about art and architecture, slavery was universal there. Yeah, where when they go for the war, they used to capture some slaves. And of course, they were the lover of music. They used instruments like lyre. Greeks also excelled in painting. Pericles also built the Pantheon temple using white marble. And one of the important sculptor named called Myron has sculpted discus throwing athletes sculpture. Discus throwing athletes sculpture called Discobolos. It means Discobolos. It is a Greek sculptor. Okay, sculpted the realistic human shapes. Okay, so and also we can see that one more, Polynotus, the most famous painter of this period. Okay, and if we understand about science, Pythagoras and Thales were the two important mathematicians, and Hippocrates, called the father of medicine and mastered the method of providing medicine scientifically, Hippocrates. Okay, and if you understand about sports, Greeks gave an importance for sports, and of course it was the people, those who played games were considered very loyal in the state. At the same time, they had a highest position in the society, and of course they believed games are very unique, and they are also very important for both physical and mental growth. So that's why they gave very importance for the sports. So when the Greeks won the marathon battle against Persians 2500 years ago, a soldier named called Philippides ran 24 miles to deliver the news victory to Athens. So then onwards, this game, Olympic game was introduced. So once he delivered the new victory, so then he died. So for his remembrance, so they celebrate Olympic Games. Okay, where many city and states who comes and participate in the Olympic game from different corner of the countries. Now let us understand about the political, and of course the democratic political system of ancient Greece was destroyed by the king Philip. And later on what happened, there Aristotle was his teacher, Alexander teacher, and he undertook ambitious military expedition conquering the whole world, that you know about it. And of course he reached till India, and finally he died at Babylonia. So he also built the city name called Alexandria. So okay, Alexander built the city Alexandria. So now that is about Alexander. And let us understand about the great philosophers Socrates, Plato, and now Aristotle. If we understand about them, so their contribution is great to the state of Greece, and we can understand there are many depicting Socrates about, I mean, intellectually he has depicted, and of course, he was very intelligent among all, we can say that, Socrates. And Socrates was the philosopher who taught the Western world logically. We can also understand he believed in politics, social system, justice, morality, and religion, patriotism, democracy, humanity, ethics, a life struggle, suffering, and adventure. So yes, he was very intelligent man, and of course he had lot of ethics in his life, and he told that knowledge is virtue. Virtue is knowledge. He believed very strongly. So virtue comes through knowledge, and virtue itself is a knowledge. Okay. So knowledge is virtue, virtue is knowledge, means both are very important in the human life. So that was the philosophy of Socrates. And many people, of course, accused him, and they wanted to punish him. And finally, what happened? He also told one more quotation: I am not afraid of death, I am I am afraid to go against religion and truth. So these were some of the famous quotation of Socrates. And finally, what happened? They actually was put into jail, okay, on the execution. And finally, he took a cup of poison, and now he left his earthly abode. It means we can say that. So he took poison and committed suicide. And Plato is also one of the famous philosopher of Greece, and he was distributed by the life around him when the city of Athens was in danger. It means when the people were fighting each other, so he taught some philosophy about society and nation. He also staunch supporter of education. Okay, he also started a school named called the Academy in Athens. Okay, that is about Plato. And if you understand about Aristotle, Aristotle was one of the important. Aristotle is as important as Plato in the tradition of Western philosophy, and of course his contribution to the education society, and also he gave importance for the status of women. Okay, and of course women's slavery, when it was extended, he opposed it. And he also had many enemies. Many of them started to oppose his philosophy. He told his students, I respect my teacher, but I respect the truth. Even more, he studied medicine and botany. So that was a great contribution of Aristotle. Okay, today what many people are studying in the science. So that was especially botany and medicine. So that was a great contribution of Aristotle. Okay, and this is about the great philosophers and their contributions. Now let us understand about the next civilization is Roman civilization. So Roman civilization, if you wanted to understand, Italy is a peninsula spreading down into the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, towards south of the Europe. Okay, Italy is a peninsula. This is also peninsula which was surrounded by three sides of water and spreading down into the Mediterranean Sea. Up to Mediterranean Sea we can see, and Italy and Alpines mountain range passes through the center of Italy. Here the mountain ranges passes through center of the Italy like Balkan mountain. So same type. Here we could see it is also one of the peninsula. So here, so on the bank of river Tiber, so the one of the important civilization flourished. That civilization is known as Roman civilization. So if you understand about this Roman society, there were patricians. They were called patricians, means the head of the family, father. The word patrician originates from the Latin word pater, which means father. So then Romans believed Romulus and Remus as their forefathers. It means they were worshipping Romulus and Remus. It means they were considered as the founder of this civilization. Rome was under the rule of monarchy. Here also we can see it was one of the king state, or we can say it was under the control of king, and there was a assembly and a senate. Okay, so two political advisory institution called assembly and a senate. Okay, so it means senate is one of the assembly. Now parliament what we call, so that name is name in Rome is called senate. Okay, it is a parliament. So the assembly was made up of all the middle-aged men, whereas senate was an elite institution which was very influential. Senate means here we can see only the rich people were there, and one more, that is what I told, assembly was made up of all middle-aged men, and whereas senate was an elite institution which was very influential. It was one of the higher administration body, okay, and very influential. The senate had the senate had the power to reject the proposals of the assembly and the king. In case if they want, they can, they can choose, they can reject also. Okay, so that is assembly, proposals of the assembly and the king. It means like president. Okay, so this assembly was held by the president, like that. So the king used to hold the assembly, and in case if they wanted to keep the members of the senate, they can keep or not, they can reject at any time. Now, and Roman Republic, here if you understand, so they are called two advisory institutions. And if you understand about, there are two classes of the Roman society. One is patricians and another one is plebeians. So patricians were the people, they were the elite people in the society, and they were the landowners and formed the upper class. Whereas these plebeians were the common people. They were the workers, small landowners, artisans, small traders and soldiers. Okay, so that is the two classes of the society, and of course they were meant to pay taxes. Who meant to pay taxes? Only plebeians. So these plebeians used to pay taxes. Okay, and it was around this time as a rule based on Roman law. Roman law was established, so there nobody should cross the Roman law. Okay, there were, of course, if any person go against to the law, they were punished. And as our desire for expansion exposed the Romans into power conflict, hence they battled with Carthage. Carthage, a coastal town of North Africa, and North Africa, Sicily was a fertile area where the Romans wanted to get Carthage in North Africa, so they fought Punic Wars. The Romans, for to control that area, Carthage area, so they fought 118 years. These wars are called Punic Wars. These Punic Wars were fought against Carthaginians by Romans. Okay, so then later, of course, by early 1st century BC, the Romans conquered Greece, parts of Asia and Egypt from Carthaginians. Next, if you understand about the conquest and victories had enabled Rome to acquire vast wealth and richness. And also we can see there were some slaves who were captured from the war, so they were used as the gladiators. This is the picture you can see. This is the amphitheater. The amphitheater is the place where gladiators fought, and it shows that the Romans who had immersed themselves in their pride status. So these gladiators, so there several times they used to fight again among humans or with animals. So like that, so they used to build the amphitheater in order to take an entertainment. So the people used to keep as a spectators. there were several, people become the spectators. Okay, and also we can see that Colosseum, amphitheater Colosseum, or were built there. Okay, where criminals, slaves, and were put in the prisoners. As a in the Colosseum, and at the same time we can see over a period of time. So there was a chaos, Roman state. Now rebellions, associations took place there, and the military generals, they especially the generals on the account of continual wars reduced the authority of the Senate. So the Senate has become weak. Now the triumvirate now kings established their rule. So among them you can see that some of the generals, the general on the account of the continual wars reduced the authority of the Senate. The insignificance Pompey Julius Caesar and Pompey Julius Caesar are very, very prominent. So in the course of time, where the rule started in Rome, okay, so it was ruled by many kings. Okay, among them Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar are notable kings. Okay, who ruled in Rome. So where triumvirate consisting, they are called Crassus, Pompey, and Julius Caesar started to rule in the Rome, where the people had military generals. Julius Caesar fought against France, Gaul, and he won it, and France and England. And Pompey won Syria and Turkey, and Crassus died while winning Parthia. Okay, so what happened? The people, those who, especially those who become the winners, they were considered as the king of the Roman Empire. So here what happened? There was a rival started between Pompey and Julius Caesar, where Julius Caesar killed rival Pompey, and Caesar won the love of Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt. So the powerful Caesar declared himself as the dictator. Dictator rule started of the Rome, and later on, of course, Julius Caesar was murdered by his own friend. Okay, so Brutus. Okay, so then Roman people also introduced agriculture, industry, and commerce. Okay, so the next, if you understand about Augustus Caesar, Augustus previous name was Octavius, very important, Octavius Caesar. So he formed the second triumvirate with Mark Antony, okay, Lepidus, and later, and Mark Antony was sided with Cleopatra. It means Mark Antony was defeated by Augustus Caesar, and Augustus Caesar. After this, Augustus assumed the title. It means Mark Antony defeated by the Augustus Caesar, and he sided with Cleopatra. Mark Antony and Cleopatra committed suicide now. So now, after this, Augustus assumed the title called Imperator. He was, of course, consolidated very powerful rule, and the period of Augustus is called the golden period of Rome. And he also established Pax Romana, means peace of Rome or period of Rome. And after that we can see that some of the weak rulers, Marcus Aurelius and Constantine. So what happened, since there were some weak rulers, so they were attacked, barbarians attacked Rome, and finally this Roman civilization came to an end. Now, if you understand about the literature, philosophy, and art and architecture science, so their contribution to the country is very much. And Romans, of course, achieved a great height or pinnacle in the field of literature. And there were some of the greatest poets. Aeneid was his epic poetry. Ovid is another great poet. Okay, and of course, we can see some of the philosophy. Cato, who is known as the Socrates of the West, is of importance. Cicero, Cato. Okay, so these were some of the philosophers. And art and architecture, if you understand, they built amphitheater, colosseum, okay, marketplace, and where it was surrounded by no big no walls, and at the same time Pantheonians, some of the temples built by the Romans. So among them you can see the Cupid's statue and Ara Pacis. Ara Pacis and Cupid's statue are important example for the sculpture of Romans. And science, if you understand, Pliny was one of the important person, scientists who gave importance for science. So he is the person, Pliny, one who gave, he has prepared encyclopedia named Natural History. So in that we can see delivering human babies through cesarean operation, and C-section operation was introduced by Pliny. So that was a great contribution of a Pliny in the field of science. Okay. So then vision correctional eye operations. So that all were actually discovered by Pliny or implemented by Pliny. Okay. And apart from Strabo and Ptolemy were also famous geographers of that time. And if you understand about the this is about Roman civilization and Greek civilization. Now let us understand little bit about now the American civilization and Maya civilization, and it's also the life of Mayas and the Aztecs and the Inca civilization in the next class. Okay, thank you.